Welcome. In this short video, I'm going to share some unique and interesting methods for getting better sleep. And towards the end, I'm going to tell you about combining herbs and essential oils for that purpose and mention a new collaboration between Floracopeia and 5 Flavors Herb Company. The first method I learned from a very spiritual person that I spent time with in Asia, the Dharma master Shindao. He had years and years of experience meditating in solitude, in caves. And I was very curious about his experiences. And one of the things that he told me once was that during a long period of meditation and fasting that he became so exhausted that he couldn't sleep. And I thought that was intriguing. And I asked him, what did he mean by that? And he said, well, we need energy to fall asleep. So this is the first principle, and this is why it's always helpful to have something warm and nourishing in the later part of the day or right before we go to bed. That's the idea between having warm milk with a little ghee and a little pinch of nutmeg in it, or having something like soup to give the blood sugar some stability. And it's also a basic treatment principle if we are deeply exhausted from a long period of stress, to start building ourselves up again. And in this sense, the adaptogenic herbs can be very helpful for us over a longer period of time. Another intriguing thing that I discovered through my own meditation practice is that when we try to meditate for longer periods of time, sitting up on a meditation cushion, that one of the greatest obstacles that's completely predictable and repetitious is that we will fall asleep sitting up. So I started to experiment with this a bit myself during periods of sleeplessness and suggesting it to others, because when people have insomnia, they will lie down, but they can't go to sleep. But on the other hand, if we try to meditate, we can't stay awake. So I have recommended to many people that instead of lying down and tossing and turning, use that time to meditate. And a very interesting thing happens, which is that people fall asleep instead. My suggestion is just sit as long as you can, sitting up in bed or sitting on your cushion on the floor until you are completely exhausted. Just plan on meditating all night, sitting up, and you won't be able to do it. And when you do finally fall over, you will stretch out your legs and it will be a blissful, wonderful sensation. Now the third principle here is from herbal medicine, and that is, don't think in terms of overstimulating yourself and being busy all day long and then just medicating it at the end of the day by taking some strong herbs before you go to bed. It doesn't work like that. Think instead of treating the nervous system all day long. So instead of taking sleeping and relaxing and sedative herbs the last thing at night, take them throughout the day. Just start retraining the nervous system a step at a time. And so we come to the final part of all of this, and that is that the mind is actually the most critical in all of this. Most of the time, there are, of course, countless reasons for sleep disturbances, and there's blood sugar, and there's the concerns of the world, and there's pain and inflammation, and there's digestive symptoms that can contribute, and there's urinary issues that wake us up. There's all sorts of things that disturb our sleep. But when it comes to getting good sleep, we can say that there's 2 primary disturbances. One is difficulty falling asleep, which is based on nervous tension, and the other is staying asleep, which is based on balancing and strengthening the blood sugar metabolism. So when it comes to falling asleep and nervous tension, what we can do is combine the use of herbs with meditation very easily. So now I'm going to tie all these together and give you a simple program. And this will include combining some herbs and essential oils from Floracopeia and from our friends at 5 Flavors Herbs. Because the combination of essential oils through the olfactory route works directly on the brain and the nervous system and helps us relax immediately. And there are many wonderful oils that we could use. And if we are taking the herbs orally, especially if we are doing it throughout the day regularly, and especially if we are combining it with meditation practice, this produces much better results than just thinking, I'm going to take these herbs at night, or just putting a few drops of oil on the pillow is going to put me to sleep. A lot of times it just isn't enough. So if we incorporate all these ideas together into a full program, we'll get much better results. So number 1, make sure that you are well nourished, especially with something warm and rich and stabilizing to the blood sugar in the evening. Number 2, take the herbs throughout the day in small doses. And let me recommend a particular product that our friends at 5 Flavors makes, and it is called Sweet Dreams. And this has some of the best known herbs for deep relaxation, including the California poppy, which is an anti-spasmodic, anti-inflammatory sedative. So it's especially good for the restlessness and insomnia that comes with muscular pain and tension. And then it has hops, which of course is a stronger sedative that gives good rest. And then Passionflower, which is deeply relaxing and also gives people very nice dreams. And then it has Chamomile Flower in it. So again, that's from 5 Flavors, Sweet Dreams, and I can also suggest that you can combine this with the Relax Blend from Floracopeia. And this is made of lavender and rhododendron. So these two together are a good way to approach this idea of combining herbs and essential oils. But of course, there's lots of other ideas. There's lots of herbs that can help with relaxation. There's lots of essential oils that can help. But the concept is use them together so that they're going in the body through different routes and affecting different systems in different ways. It's better than just through one route, that's all. And then, if you have insomnia, instead of trying to go to sleep, try to meditate. And then, instead of just trying to meditate, but take very small doses of the herbs. And all you need, 5-10 drops of the tincture in a little bit of water. You don't want to be consuming a lot of liquid before bed either. And then you can meditate by putting a drop or two of a nice floral essential oil, such as the Relax Blend, on the palms, and just breathe it, and then continue your meditation practice. Now, most likely, if you have been doing this a few times during the day, you probably won't even need to sit and meditate. You'll already be relaxed. But if you still need to do it more, just continue on, and most likely that will help you get very good, restful, rejuvenating sleep. So thank you. I hope you find this helpful.